So students, now let's start activity 13.1 sample space. So our objective for this activity is to write the sample space when die is tossed once, twice, thrice and so on. So students, now let's start the method of construction for the given activity. First, take a die and throw it once. Throw a die once. The outcome So when we throw a die once, the outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. That is any of the following numbers. Now make a tree diagram showing its 6 branches. With number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So suppose this is a dice, and now let's make a tree diagram showing its 6 branches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and let's write the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is the numbers that is on each face of the dice. So this is the tree diagram. These are the 6 branches, that is the 6 faces containing the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So now our sample space is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So this is the sample space when the die is tossed once. So the number of outcomes is equal to 6, that is 6 to the power 1. Now throw the dice twice. It can fall in any of the 36 ways. So students, when a dice is tossed twice, this is the case when a dice is tossed or thrown twice, the outcomes are 36. That is the 36 ways a dice can show the number. So these are the 36 ways, and I have represented it using a tree structure. That is, when the dice is tossed once, we can, if first time we get a 1 and the second time we can get all the 6, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, again it becomes 1 and 6 outcomes along with it. In the second case, if the dice in the first case gives us 2, and in the second, that is the twice, second chance, we can get the 6 outcomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. Again, when the first case gives us 3, then the second throw can give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. Again, when in the first throw we get a 4, then in the next throw we can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. Similarly for 5 and 6. In this way there are 36 ways a dice can represent. In this way there are 36 ways in which a die can fall when we throw it twice. So students, now let's see the demonstration for the given activity. First, if a die is thrown once, then, so if a die is thrown once, then the sample space is S equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number of elements in S equals to 6, so we can write 6 to the power 1. Second, if a die is thrown twice, then sample space is S equals to 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, then 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 5, 3, 6. Then 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 4, 6, 5, 1, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6, 6. So this is the sample space if a die is thrown twice, and the number of ways are 36. So the number of elements in S. So the number of elements in S equals to 36 equals to 6 to the power 2. That is, 2 represents the number of times a die has been thrown. So 6 to the power 2. So the step third is, if a die is thrown thrice, then the number of outcomes in its sample space is equal to 216, which is equal to 6 to the power 3. And similarly, we can find the number of outcomes for other conditions where the die has been thrown thrice or more than it. So students, now let's see the observation for the given activity. So the number of outcomes in the sample space when a die has been tossed or when a die has been thrown once is equal to 6 to the power 1, and when the die has been thrown twice, then the number of outcomes equals to 6 to the power 2 for thrice, 6 to the power 3 4 times. So for 4 times, the number of outcomes in sample space equals to 6 to the power 4, and for n times, number of outcomes in sample space is equal to 6 to the power n. So this is the observation for the given activity, that is a sample space, that is the number of outcomes in the sample space can be calculated by putting the number of times the dice has been thrown to the power of 6. That is, if a die has been thrown 3, put 3 to the power of 6, and similarly the formula becomes 6 to the power n. N can be any number, that is the number of times a dice has been thrown.